Until a few years ago, I had never heard the term jump the shark. It's used to define a moment when a TV show or series takes a turn for the worst and loses their core audience. Apparently, it's in reference to an episode of Happy Days, where the most popular character, Fonzie, jumps over a fake-looking shark on a dare. That was the point where, I would imagine, executives were meddling with the formula of the show of Happy Days, trying to wring every last advertising dollar out of it. I'm aware that there's a minority of people on the internet that argue that this wasn't true, though logic brings me to believe the majority of people on the internet, since I've never seen a single episode. There has always been a disconnect between what baby boomer executives considers to be funny to every other generation around them. In 1977, it was, hey, wouldn't it be funny if the Fonz jumped a shark in nothing but swim trunks and his patent leather jacket? Sometimes things don't change, because in 1994 it was, wouldn't it be funny if we separated Bandit from his car and he had to drive a bunch of nudists on a charter bus to Florida? Aside from one opening shot, that's exactly what happens for the first 50 minutes or so. It's basically just hijinks with the nudists and the bad guys.
Wow! You're,
Nudist.
You're, naked.
That's what nudist means.
Well,
We're all members of the Sun Lovers Nudist Association.
What are you doing?
Hi there, we nudists.
Hi, we're nudists.
So the movie summary goes as follows. Bandit is to be the Grand Marshal at a race at Talladega, but on his way there, he is hijacked for his car keys by the Kathy Ireland character. Left without a ride, Bandit becomes the replacement driver for a bus full of nudists on their way to Florida with the intent on driving himself to the race before it starts. Ireland's character derails this as she ropes him into helping her because the local law enforcement, FBI, a mob boss, and a bounty hunter are all after her. It of course all works out for her in the end, though you don't really care because her character is terribly unlikable. In a car-centric show, separating Bandit from his car is like separating Batman and Robin. Imagine a Batman movie where it's all about Robin, and Batman makes a 10-minute appearance 10 minutes in, and then promptly disappears from the film. This is exactly what happens with Bandit's car. Even though Hal Needham still directed this, you can't help but feel the needless boomer executive meddling. Since it's a new cast every time with these movies, Brian Bloom is the only returning actor reprising the role of Bandit. His partner in crime, Brian Klaus, who usually plays Lynn, makes a couple of cameos that last less than a minute. The new cast consists of Kathy Ireland, who even in this role is well above her head. Tony Curtis as the mob boss, who is most famous for starring opposite of Marilyn Monroe in Some Like It Hot, adding some heft to the cast. The most interesting, though, is Joe Cortese, who plays Slade the Bounty Hunter. If you're a regular here on the channel, you have seen Cortese also star in one of the cult car movies I have uploaded, Born to Run, where he plays the main antagonist. Which ironically also was released in 1994. That means he probably worked on both pictures back to back. What's really wild about this is that the cult following that Born to Run has, and while Beauty and the Bandit is listed on Cortese's wiki page, Born to Run is not. Even with doing both roles back to back, his performance in Born to Run is much more menacing, not to mention convincing.
Well, what are you gonna do about it? Whatever it takes. I'm standing here. There ain't nothing but air between me and you. So come on. Come on, kid, show me what you got. Come on!
All in all, Beauty and the Bandit does have more going for it story-wise than the rest of the movies. There's a subplot with the local police versus the FBI. The Ireland character is revealed that she has a kid. I mean, it's a busy installment. The nudist gag just derails it. It almost gives it a Benny Hill type vibe, Not that there's anything wrong with Benny Hill, it just really doesn't have a place in an action movie unless it's crammed in like this gag. I find it ironic that it was always boomers who exploited the nudist lifestyle for a gag, yet that's the generation that partook in it the most. The nudist lifestyle, along with boomers, have died off so much that most of the resorts they refer to in the show in Florida are long gone, and the few that are left are forced to rent out their properties on weekends for non-nudist events. The whole gag drags the movie down, being dated and cringy. On the plus side, along with the story being more complex, is the rad era car spotting. It does not disappoint. Showing some 1993 NASCAR footage and referencing Dale Earnhardt. The pace cars at the racetrack are all Olds Cutlass drop tops. There's this beautiful Olds 98. This 95 Olds Achieva that's been in all the new Bandit movies up until this point. And even a 90 Olds Cutlass Calais International Edition. You'd think GM was providing cars for the show and not Chrysler.
Edition now comes with airbag, anti-lock brakes, automatic and air for just $13,995. Gee, I can't tell you anything. It's your money.
The Pentastar offerings, or this 88 Dodge Dynasty, Slade's 93 Cherokee, and of course Bandit's Dodge Stealth. At least these movies are never a letdown when it comes to the old car spotting. As I have said in previous Bandit movie reviews, I really wish I could share the Bandit movies with you here on the channel, but Universal is anal about anything of theirs being uploaded to YouTube, even movie trailers. I've got the original VHS copy of Knight Rider 2000, but I can't show it to you, though it is here on YouTube from someone who uploaded it from a different country, so maybe you could find the Bandit movies here on YouTube if you have a good VPN. If not, you can find the movies on the Smokey and the Bandit Outlaw Collection DVD set. I got mine on eBay. Do you remember these movies? Where were you when you watched them? Tell me in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Hey everybody, I just wanted to take a moment to tell you that the first batch of Cruisers t-shirts are now available. Joining the roster of Cruiser stickers available for purchase on eBay or by messaging me through the Cruisers Discord. Links to the stickers and the brand new Cruiser shirts will be in the description down below should you want to support the channel. I thank you for that support, my friends, and remember, those friends, they're the family you get to choose. I'll see you next week, fellow Cruisers.